what's nice too is your match with Oli Summers. The one thing that kind of stood out to me, and the living proof flag was there, and the way I saw that flag is, and this is just my interpretation of things, you're carrying that flag of not only the living proof of what you're doing, but you're carrying so much in West Texas that you waved it around so much that underneath that living proof flag is that West Texas. You are that representative, and knowing that that entire region has your back, and you just wave that. I took photos that day, and you waving that flag is just symbolic to not only what you're doing in your career, but also like the region that you're representing during that time.
I totally agree with you, and it makes me happy to hear you say that, Emmanuel, because that's exactly what it is. You know, the flag for me is obviously it says my name on it, but don't mistake it as just a branding thing or just a thing that has my name on it. It is very synonymous with the responsibility that I carry to represent this area, to represent myself. But it's also a symbol, man. You know, a flag is supposed to be something that you carry with pride, right? And it represents who you are. It's just like the state of Texas flag, right? That flag means something to us. That's part of who we are and our identity and our history. And that flag for me is the same thing for me. It's who I am. It's a symbol of what I represent. It has the name, the living proof on it, but at the same time, every time I go to the ring with that flag, I wave it for everybody to see. Maybe a lucky little fan in the crowd gets a miniature flag that he can wave with me. But the last thing I do with that flag is I plant it in the center of that ring. And that's
Mm-hmm.
synonymous too, because when I step into that ring, that is my ring. That is my sanctuary. That is my love. That is my stage. And I am about to perform for these people. And I want them to know that when I perform, you are really seeing somebody whose dream was to pro wrestle and whose purpose is to pro wrestle. So I carry that flag with pride and I carry that symbol everywhere I go.
Because what's nice about that match too, because it was with Oli Summers, which is who's on the rise as well. What's nice about that match, and it started off with technicals, and there was a line that stuck to me. This is one of those moments within that tournament, and you literally said, "Okay, I can see how you wrestle, but I want to see you fight." And it's like the gear shifted into something that is purely technical to now it's a brawl. And it's like, well, brawl in a sense of within a wrestling match, not like an actual shoot fight, but to know that the shift in character, the shift in the entire match, that's what caught my attention with this match. And there's other ones too, so don't knock me out of context that this is the match of the night. So, but to know that the dynamics of that entire match, I'll ask this too because I was thinking about it. You've had Matt Hardy as that person who gave advice to you, and that post with Ollie, and seeing this generation of wrestlers, was that full circle for you in your career that you are still grinding, but now you have this imparting wisdom and advice that you can give someone who's still figuring out the grind as much as you do?
Oh, definitely. Yes, yes. And Ollie Summers, just quickly to give him a shout out, I love that match. It was a great match, and I couldn't have thought of a better way to return to New Texas Pro and show them what I could do. That match had a little bit of everything. The physicality that you're talking about, there was great athleticism in the match. And there were fans that told me that was one of their favorite matches that day,
That's
which
it.
is great because that was a daunting task going in there against a hometown guy. I mean, he is Austin, Texas. So many people were yelling, Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. And I'm looking around going, oh man, I'm in hostile territory. But what was so awesome is there are points in that match where the crowd was chanting both these guys. There were
Yup.
parts in that match
Yes. That's
where
what. Yeah.
Yeah, and there were parts in that match where we both just got an ovation just for the athleticism that we were showcasing. And I won over some of that crowd, but not so much over him, but I was able to earn their respect because they
Mhm.
respect Ali so much. So I am so, so proud of that match and just some of the moments that we were able to create in that. And yes, you're absolutely right. Like, after that match, talking to Ali and him saying, "Man, you're one of the people that I wanted to wrestle for a long time. And I'm glad I got to do this with you. And you're one of those guys that we look at." And, he's way over here in Austin, Texas. I'm like, really? Me? Like, I'm one of the guys that you look at, and I'm one of the people that you wanted to wrestle. And it's so cool to hear that because sometimes you think that just because you're not around, you wonder if you are making an impact or if guys do respect you, or do other areas in Texas, do they even think about you? And like him saying that, you mentioning Terrell Temple, who brought my name up when it came to this, me getting selected for it, it all just motivates and encourages me, man, that man, maybe I am making a more of an impact than I think. Maybe I mean more to this thing than I think on those nights where you sometimes wonder if you mean anything at all. So it was meaningful to talk to him. It was meaningful to hear that from him. And he told me that he learned a lot from that match about just physicality and going toe to toe with somebody and being able to bring that hard hitting West
Yep.
Texas style to the ring. And Ali, for his credit, he matched me for every single moment of athleticism and physicality. And I was glad I was able to show him that side of him exists too. And that's what Matt Hardy did for me. Back to what you said, full circle. He showed me that there was a side of me that existed that I didn't know I had. And hopefully I was able to show to Ali that there's a side of him, that grittier side that he has in him as well.
Oh man, I wish we could talk for like a few more hours. And it's like,
Me too,
I
man.
will.
We're flowing here.
I was like, I
We
was
are
so
really flowing.
we're like immersed in conversation. But I think one of the more nicer things about that too is to have this experience. Like, what would you summarize your time within the Texas Eight?
Man, I would just say, if anything, it was great. It was a wonderful experience. I I had a great match. I made an impact in that locker room. I got to talk to those guys and
Mhm.
found out that many of them said the same thing that I just uttered not too a few minutes ago. It's about time you were back here, man. It's great to see you back here. You deserve to be back here, and we want to see you here more. So, not only was it a great experience, but it's the kind of experience where you leave even more hungry, even more with the chip on your shoulder, even more to show them that, hey, man, I'm not a one match guy. I'm not just a Texas A guy. I can come back there anytime and I can have a banger. I need to be on there more regularly. I want to be one of the people going up against one call Manders, going up against
Ooh.
guys like Danny O'Ryan. I want to be one of those guys on New Texas flyers and posters and match graphics, having matches against some of the best that they have to offer. I want to be one of those guys that they go, hey, West Coast wants to exchange some talent. Jastin Taylor, living proof. Can you bring the flag to West Coast? I want to be one of those guys. So, man, so even though the Texas 8 was a great experience, this is only the beginning for me, man. It has to be only the beginning for me. And I want to make more out of it. And I'm motivated as hell to do so.